All honor, man. I'm out here, man, you know, with nature. You hear me? Yeah. Doing my thing, man. I seen a real otter run past this motherfucker and run right into the lake. I feel like the crocodile hunter out this motherfucker. But yeah, man, you know, I'm coming from my adventurous night. You know what I mean? Hanging out, Walmart, Target, Team No Life. You know, but I'm in there and I'm watching the people shop, watching some of the other shoplift. I watch how everybody is about this EBT shit, you know, and you thought about the shit. I said, damn, you know, just looking at the people, the masses, and I say, boy, you know what? The patriot mindset, mind frame, is a dangerous motherfucking weapon. That is a dangerous individual who believe in patriotism. You know, they believe in American history. They believe in what they stand for is right. They believe in government, tradition, and they don't understand that you don't have no tradition here. It don't exist. This is a corporation. Tradition, like over there in Germany and such. You know what I mean? Africa. You know, dealing with the native. You know, it's traditional. With the Latino, traditional. There's nothing here. You got civil war, bloodshed, thievery. That's it. There's no tradition here, right? But the Patriots, that's a dangerous mindset because then you got patriotism, then you got black patriotism. White supremacy, black supremacy, both of them, same creed. But I just think about the shit I say, man, you know what? Just for us to be here up under order from a reality star. This is a reality star apprentice. One of the dumbest motherfuckers out here. How is this man in the seat, the higher seat, what you call presidency, governing the entire country, entire nation? You know why? Because these patriots don't give a fuck about his policies because they already know they already covered. We ain't worrying about the shit. We'll come out and cry wolf about some jobs and shit, but we ain't worrying about that neither. Hell, they ain't finna go out there and do the, you know what I mean, the dirty work anyway. Everything is a facade to them. You know what I'm saying? The opportunity to poke back when they say Black lives matter, all lives matter, such. You know what I mean? Supremacy. But they have to stand on supremacy in order for the law to work, right? They don't give a fuck about that. This man being qualified to run a nation. They only give a fuck about what he stands for, what he believes in, the tradition, the history of Americans. You know what I'm saying? Birth of a nation, aired in the White House. Protect and serve the origins of that shit. White folks, overall supremacy. That's all they care about. We fuck about no job. We create our own job. We run the motherfuckers. The government gonna make sure we straight. As long as we side with him, with the red hats and all that, until shit hit the fan. You know, then you have some motherfuckers coming out here trying to play their part, slide right on in with the Latinos, put the hats on. I will vote for Donald Trump. Now look, see what they doing? See what he doing, right? He's showing you who he is, what he stand for. This is order overall, right? Black folks, oh, he pardoned such and such, rapper such and such. He cool, black folks, okay, cool, no problem. Now look, you gotta wait for these rap niggas to come out and give out the free turkeys this year. You hear me? Or rap niggas come out and hand out book bags and shit like that, school supplies for Christmas. And act like they really doing something. See, what I mean by that is this. Back in 2015, you had the numbers show they accumulated over 2.3 trillion spent with the corporations of America by black folks alone, right? Now you got here 2025, over 3 trillion. 3 trillion motherfucker. $3 trillion. How could you be a nation of people who generated over 3 trillion right now and be at any point shook about a government shutdown? You should have your own fucking government. You got enough money to buy how many motherfucking Epstein Islands or your own fucking country, your own nation. You got enough. They generated enough off of you to build 3 Americas, right? Black folks alone. Not only on that, when I'm talking about jewels and rubies and diamonds and shit like that, we talking about resources like coltan, cobalt, technology, the future sake of technology coming from your homeland. Every great invention, from the motherfucking wheel to the traffic light to the light bulb, such and such, cotton gin, y'all shit. Satellite, y'all shit. But when you don't know who you are, you're only fit to be the consumer. Not wholesale, that's all it is. Because I say, man, you don't ask a motherfucker like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all them, or KD, LeBron James to come out. They come from these urban areas. Houston, Marcy Project, such and such, Akron, Ohio. You call them black moguls. When you see them, you don't ask what you gonna do for us, what you gonna do about the government shutdown. You don't ask none of that. You ask for a motherfucking autograph, some tickets to the game, or the concert. You don't believe that these folks are here put in position to provide for their own, like what the late Panther Party done when it come down to food stamps, EBT, WIC. The Black Panther Party started that, which they capitalized again, took that and shared that with they middle-class white folks and lower-class white folks to balance them out. Your ideas, they took it again. 3 trillion. Where the money went? Where the money went? I guess the money went to Interscope, Sony, Nike, Jordan, Jumpman, Jacob, the jeweler, that y'all niggas rap about, and y'all niggas, or a nigga like Rick Ross them, you hear me? These multi-million-dollar mansions and all that they flaunt back in your face and show you how they made it out and say, well, if I done it, you can do it. See, Harriet ain't go for that. Harriet say this way, motherfucker. There ain't no turn around. All us coming. There ain't no I escape, you can escape shit. That was the days when you was one, when you all was under this order, when you all felt like a part of this war, when you all felt like captives and slaves, and you still had some house niggas then. It's more house niggas today than it was yesterday. And that's why y'all fucked up. That's why y'all fucked. That's why you fucked up out here. If you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're at. You don't know how far you come and how far you gotta go now, because in the age of technology, like what Jordan Maxwell said, the age of smartphones, dumb phones, pushing you backwards now. How are we at a point where we're on edge about a government shutdown? And blatantly he's saying this, that he's doing this just to get back at the Democrats. The Democrats losing. Now, when you said that, I said to myself, okay, you got motherfucking McDonald's, you got Burger King. We're 2 franchises. We both sell burgers. Yours might be different, mine might be a little different, but we both in the business. This is business. You hear me? This is big business. You got the right wing, left wing. Bird can't fly without 2 motherfucking wings, so this is the United States Eagle. Democrat, Republican, same shit. It's just who got the most sheep following them, the most sheep manipulated. Because the Democrats were the KKK back then, right? So it's like it's a double-edged sword that you motherfuckers facing today, because when it comes to patriotism, see, when we ask questions like, how the fuck did the Apprentice star become the president of the United States? Because they don't give a fuck if he's qualified. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They talking about what we believe in. History, our only history, tradition is what? KKK, Klansmen, supremacy. That's what we stand on here in America. So if he stand for that, like we just say make America great again, such and such, or we used to treat them this way back in the day, such and such, or protect and serve, that's what they came out and voted for. They didn't give a fuck about no policies or none of that shit, jobs. We create our own jobs here. We're gonna be straight. If anything go on, the government gonna look out for us, because that's why 80% of those that's the recipients of EBT food stamps are white folks, but these be the poor whites now, middle class. See, those whites like in the Civil War time that didn't want to go fight, that didn't have the resources, like the North and the South, y'all getting a little too much money, okay, then we need to balance that shit out because we the North, motherfucker. We don't give a fuck how y'all feel about this shit here. Or y'all new whites that sit here and want to lay with the Negroes and all that, like Abraham Lincoln mother, JFK parents and shit, how they become biracial and shit, or y'all, you know what I mean, abolitionists, freedom riders, that y'all want to see have some sympathy for them, empathy and all that, for Negroes, for y'all. But see, there's disorder overall. And this is the true history. The red, white, and blue. 13 royal bloodlines, motherfucker. If you ain't a part of that, we don't give a fuck who you are. And see, they'll throw pawn pieces out there like Obama. Gave you 2 terms and shit. And all he did was bring out the Rainbow Coalition. Unlike, they say they think they on Jesse Jackson shit. Jesse Jackson was the one who gave up Dr. King. See, when I say black supremacy, white supremacy, same creed, same shit today. You got the Boule, you hear me? You got the Prince Halls, you know what I'm saying? Masonry, all shades and colors. So they want to talk about how Whoopi Goldberg, such and such, Shaq and all of them. Yeah, they've been there. Charles Smith, the first Mason, I told you that. He told you that out of his own mouth, slave narrative. Pull it up. So you got these black folks working for the Boule under order. How you gonna get ahead? When you got a nigga like Al Sharpton that you got at every motherfucking shooting, every funeral. George Floyd, such a, oh, we tired of this, tired of that. And here this nigga is with a wire on trying to bring back Assata Shakur. Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. Change the motherfucking room from downstairs to upstairs so they can have a clear shot. You fighting against your own today. It's more motherfucking coons today than there ever was yesterday. Now you got Umar with the school, such and such. You got Polite. You hear me? Black supremacy. Supremacy. Keyword, supremacy overall. It's order. It's not progress. The sacrificial lamb. Ain't nobody sacrificing for nothing. Everybody here to gain, to capitalize. This the new Instagram. Everybody here for a following. Like, share, subscribe. That's where y'all at today. You hear me? If I just look at the shit, say to myself, man, how in the fuck these great kings and queens, all these great Hebrews, all these great Christians, mega church, billions of dollars, Creflo dollars and all these mega churches, Bentleys and private jets and shit like that. All these black supremacists, BLM, $7 million mansion, such and such, 80-something million went to the Rainbow Coalition, the TSs, under black supremacy. Wow. And you mean to tell me that you still got some kind of hope and pride to be black today? See, our ancient ancestors left behind shit like the Great Pyramids, the Great Scrolls and shit like that. You niggas have left behind nothing today. All their greatest inventions, they've taken. You hear me? Taken from you. Like Kanye say, slavery was a choice. I understand that shit now. Why them niggas ain't fight back then? They shit, because we wouldn't be in this position here. Manson Musa. I have to blame that nigga there. We shouldn't be in this position here. We got to go back to the beginning. How did this shit start? How we got here? Because ain't no gods, no messiahs coming down to stop this shit here. So until the point we get to, we understand it's us versus them. We all can be all we got. And I see right now that'll never happen. That'll never be. Like Jordan Maxwell say, it's too late to save humanity. You're gonna really need, if you say that the Anunnaki, such and such, the Negroes, you're gonna really need them niggas to come down and cleanse this shit. Again, I say, man, this human experience is a fucking failure. There's no need for it to even exist. It's a failure. You might well blow this bitch up now and start all over again. It was just something that I had just thought about, like, damn. When I seen the comrade out there with the fish fry, free fish fry giveaway, feeding the people, or I see the Lions out there handing out jackets and supplies and shit like that, got our own restaurant, coming together to assist the people. What are celebrities to come out and do this shit like what Will Smith's son was doing? See, when Will Smith's son out there doing that shit, got those I Love You trucks feeding the homeless, that ain't something that you focus on. You only want to focus on if he's gay or not. If he's sleeping with Justin Bieber, that's the type of shit that they promote online, because we're such an ignorant race today. We're so stupid and gullible. We love entertainment to a point we're just gonna laugh and eat popcorn all the way to our motherfucking graves. So we can't sit up here and blame the youth out there or THF Zoo. We can't blame a Folio. You know what I mean? The young niggas out here hollering pull up and getting off. They get it from their adults. Like they say, get it from your mama. Cause your mama out there in line 5 o'clock in the morning to get the free bundles. Ain't that a bitch? Crying about this EBT shit because now she can't get the blue crabs and, you hear me? Snow crab legs and shit, and throw the crab parties and all that. Or sell her portion of the food stamps. Keep the phone on to live this social life. This superficial shit. So let's go ahead and sell the kids when they come down to income tax time. Get a little extra something. These children fucked up today. These star seeds, worst of the worst. Because we are such an ignorant race. That's the problem with black folks. We are ignorant. It is an ignorant motherfucking race. Very ignorant. We love ignorance. We indulge in this shit. Nigga Rat 100 on Pyru. Nigga down there 50 something. Snoop Dogg down there 50. Pushing 60. Gang shit. And you blame the youth? Ain't no parents in that home, so they're gonna have to turn to social media and see what the adults doing. Very simple. And your government has caught on to that. We can give you bitches so many doors and you still don't know which one to open. It is what it is, man, but hey, to the next world, my nigga. I just want to just throw that out there. $3 trillion spent with the corporations of America. Where the money went? Where's your own government for times like these here? Where you have to worry about these motherfuckers assisting you and handing out nothing. 2025, and we have yet to form that. All these conscious, woke motherfuckers. You got the age of woke. Wokeism? Where? How? You're supposed to apply yourself, right? Just being woke don't mean shit. Okay, I can see this, such. Or like when folks online be like, well, I told you this was gonna happen. I was the first one to say this here. Okay, if you was the first one to say this here and you told us, then we holding you accountable then. Why you ain't do nothing about it? Very simple. But yeah, man, just want to hold that mirror up. And I know, like I say, the truth. Read the motherfucking blue pill. Hard pill to swallow. Yeah, bro. Again, live and learn. A die confused, motherfucker. I'm up. Stay dangerous. Stay on swerve. I'm out here.